Hi everyone, this is Beth Kitchin. I'm an assistant professor in the UAB Department of Nutrition Sciences, and I'm also a registered dietitian nutritionist. And one of the big questions I've gotten from a lot of my friends on social media during this time of physical distancing and the coronavirus is, how can I control my cravings and my excess snacking that I'm doing? So that's what we're going to talk about today. So cravings, that desire for foods that typically are not the healthiest for us. When we have cravings, it's not typically for carrots or salad, right? It's for chocolate or chips. Those are the things that really comfort us. And there's nothing wrong with that. But sometimes if we're overdoing it, it can really interfere with our health goals. So these food cravings, why do they happen? Well, it might just be proximity. They're close by, less structure. As our jobs have changed, those of you who are working at home, proximity, less structure to our jobs, that's a big problem. Things like procrastination, boredom, and then of course, again, in the time of coronavirus, things like anxiety, worry, and stress, and all of these can lead to, again, food cravings, which can lead to excess snacking. Sometimes it's something as simple as a trigger like watching TV. Or it might be more internal cues, again, like those emotions that we're all feeling pretty strongly right now. So let's start with distinguishing between true physical hunger and appetite. So if you're hungry, you need to eat. So basically, most of us, our bodies are designed to feel hunger every 3 to 5 hours. And so make sure that you're paying attention to those physiological cues and answering them with eating regularly scheduled meals. Now, appetite, that's the desire to eat. And you might have the desire to eat because, again, you're truly hungry. But we can also have the desire to eat due to emotions or other cues like watching TV. I know that for me, I can eat dinner, but if it wasn't something that I really enjoyed, I still want to eat something else. I still have that desire to eat because I didn't get that sort of emotional satisfaction that I like to get from my food. So again, if you're finding that you really truly are hungry and you're skipping meals, start to schedule regular meal times to whatever you need, whatever suits your body. For most of us, again, that's 4 to 5 hours. So make sure you're having those regularly scheduled meals. Now, let's say you truly are having cravings and it's not because of true physical hunger and you are overdoing it and you want to kind of control that. Well, here's a trick that I learned from some behavioral psychologists that I worked with early on in my career when I worked in various programs like the Women's Health Trial, some binge eating interventions that we did. And this is one that really works if you try it for a lot of people. Okay, so here's what it is. Let's say you're really craving those chips. They're calling your name from the kitchen. This is what I want you to try. Tell yourself, if I really want those chips 15 minutes from now, I can have them, but I have to wait 15 minutes. Now, I use 15 minutes. Some people use 5 minutes, some longer. I think 15 minutes is a nice place to start to see how you do with this. You set your timer on your phone for 15 minutes, and then you do something else. Anything else. It might be the laundry. It might be read a book. It might be phone a friend. Might be to go for a walk. All different kinds of things that you can do here. What happens? Quite often, the desire passes. The craving passes. It's really common for these cravings to come and go, but you have to give them time to go. So this technique works really well. Now, what about those times when 15 minutes are up and you still want those chips? Well, you get to have them, but use these smart snacking suggestions. First of all, don't eat the snack directly out of the bag or out of the fridge. Take the snack out of the bag, set it in a plate. Look at the serving size. See how many calories it is. So always use that serving size as sort of a guide. You might even cut it down a little bit below that so that you get fewer calories and fat, okay? Mix it up, add in something healthy. Let's say you're eating chips, maybe add in an apple or add in some carrot sticks. So always add in something healthy that particularly has a lot of fiber in it, and that's usually a fruit or a vegetable. And then eat with focus. If you know that when you watch TV, you tend to snack mindlessly, don't snack in front of the TV. For other people, that's not a problem, but if it's a problem for you, really try to change that. And This to me goes for not just your snacks, but also for your meals. Eat with enjoyment, focusing on your food. That might mean away from the TV or Netflix, whatever you're watching. I know that for me, that actually adds to my pleasure and my enjoyment. I like to eat something. I really get a lot out of my food when I do it. But not everybody is the same. So find whatever works for you. It might be listening to music. It might be talking with a friend, now over FaceTime, right? Not in the same room, unless your family is living with you, right? So think about that again, that social distancing. But really focus on the food. Now, here's another tip. If you know that you crave foods at the same time every day, ambush your craving. And what I mean by this is plan ahead. You know it's going to hit you at 3 o'clock. Maybe you go out for a walk at 3 o'clock. Or maybe you have a preemptive snack to satisfy that snacking urge. Some really healthy ideas for snacking are things like peanuts, almonds, peanut butter and crackers. Those are some things that can really satisfy your urge. If you do try to have something healthy, say like carrot sticks, I always recommend adding in some fat. That might be dipping those carrot sticks in peanut butter or ranch dressing. Not only will you feel more satisfied, it'll fill you up, but you'll also absorb that healthy beta carotene from the carrots. You really don't absorb very much beta carotene when you don't add some fat in. So it's actually a little healthier for you. Okay. Now, the other thing here is if you're finding that you tend to be excessively snacking due to stress, which is pretty common at this time, right? Try to think about ways that you can control that stress. Do some healthy things like meditating, maybe prayer, any of those spiritual things that are meaningful for you. You might find that that's helpful. And again, sometimes phoning a friend and sharing your feelings can really make a big difference. And of course, there's always exercise. You can use this in your time distancing technique. Some research shows that when you exercise, your cravings tend to diminish. One study even showed that when people exercised 5 minutes every hour, so they didn't even have to do a lot, but 5 minutes every hour, it decreased the amount of snacking and cravings that they had. So that can be very useful as well. Doesn't have to be walking. It could be other forms of exercise that you can do in your home. Stretching, you can see somebody's doing lunges there, all kinds of different things. I hope this was helpful. Please give me some feedback. I will be doing a lot of posting during this time of coronavirus, answering your questions. I'll be posting on shopping, what we can freeze, foods that we can freeze so we can keep from shopping too much and also keep from wasting food. So please follow us on UAB Nutrition Trends on Facebook, the website, also nutrition trends at uab.edu/nutrition trends. And then you can follow me on YouTube where I will be posting a lot of videos, and that's at Beth Kitchin, PhD, RDN. Please give me some feedback and let me know how we can help. Thank you.